Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Raytheon Technologies Wellbeing Day. My name is Ken Huron of the Farmington, Connecticut Fitness Center. I'm the Assistant Fitness Center Manager, and we'd like to welcome you all here today for session 2, which we'll be going over stretching in the 12 o'clock time. And then if you want to stay on, we'll be doing 12:20, we'll be doing guided meditation, and then 12:40 will be yoga. So we're going to have Katie Winters here as our instructor, taking us through all three. We will be taking a break, a 5-minute break in between each one, so you can stay on or you can leave and come back. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this over to Katie, and thank you again for joining us, and have a wonderful day. Before we start this program, please take a moment to read the exercise disclaimer. Thank you so much for taking the moment to read that exercise disclaimer. Enjoy the class.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Katie Winters. I'm one of your group exercise instructors and trainers here at the Fitness Center. And today, just like Ken said, we're just going to stretch and get your body moving a little bit. So over the next few minutes, we'll really just focus on a lot of those muscles that get super tight while we're sitting at our desk, while we're kind of hunched over in the same position for a long time, and just a lot of areas that do accumulate quite a bit of stress. So when you're ready, I will invite you to stand up, clear some space. You will not need anything for the next few minutes here. If you have a mat or a blanket that you want to lay out, that might be helpful, but no big deal if not. All right, and I'm going to share some calming music with you too, get you in the right headspace. All right, and let's get to stretching. So go ahead, clear some space. I did take off my socks and shoes. I will recommend that you do the same. If not, not a big deal. If you are just in socks though, be extra mindful, extra careful, because it can be a little bit slippery. So the first thing that we'll do here is we're gonna warm up your muscles in your body just a little bit to make sure we're safely stretching everything out. So one of my favorite ways to start even just the day is with some shoulder circles. So I want you to bring some awareness to your core, soften your knees, and just carefully start to roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And just breathe here, kind of connecting to your breath. Nice deep inhales, nice long exhales. Good, relax your face. There is zero pressure in the next 15 minutes or so that we'll share together. So try not to overthink anything, no judgment. We're just stretching. The main goal when you leave here today is just to feel better. So try to remember that anytime your mind starts to wander. Go ahead, I want you to relax your hands. Maybe take another quick look around, make sure you're not gonna hit anything or knock anything over. Especially when we do these stretches where you might be at your desk. Just be mindful of maybe your water bottle or that coffee. You never wanna be the reason anyone spills their morning coffee. Perfect. Now do me a favor, try to relax your face. We're still circling those shoulders. Relax your jaw, your forehead. Good, and maybe just release a little bit more tension. Good, from here, we're gonna make the circle a little bit bigger. Start to reach the arms back behind you. It doesn't have to be big. I actually do want you to keep a little bit of a bend in the elbow. Good, knees are soft. Perfect, just kind of feel that shoulder waking up, your chest opening up. Perfect, and now that we brought a little bit of heat into those arms, I want you to wrap your arms behind your back and just kind of reach toward the wall behind you. If you can interlace the fingers, go for it. And then let's try to extend the arms back a little bit more. So here, standing up as tall as you can, opening up that chest. So if you think about it, most of our day, we kind of spend in the opposite position, right? I know, we've all done it. We've all been there. So try to stretch out those muscles, because as we hunch forward, muscles in our chest and shoulders get so tight. So might be a little uncomfortable here. I encourage you to breathe into that discomfort. Good. Lighten the grip on your hands, soften the knees. I will say that 19 more times, don't worry. Good, and from here, I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. If not, just look down toward the floor. I want you to drop your right ear over toward your right shoulder. So let your head kind of feel heavy. Feel that side of your neck opening up. Good, again, try to relax the face. Perfect. Now slowly bring your head back to the center. And we'll just go ahead and switch sides. Good. Head hangs nice and heavy. Shoulder dropping down toward the floor. Good. And again, we're not forcing anything. We're just kind of melting into all of these stretches. With every exhale, we try to get a little bit deeper. Very nice. Good, and to the center. You can release those arms or reach them back behind you and just kind of shake them out for me for a moment. Perfect, again, make sure you're not gonna hit anything. And then we're going to reverse that. So I want you to reach your arms forward, kind of like you're hugging a beach ball. Then pull those knuckles toward the front of the room, getting a little bit of a round in the spine. Now go ahead, tuck your chin, look toward your belly button, and try to separate your shoulder blades here. So we really opened up that chest. Now we're gonna try and open up that upper back. Perfect, reaching those hands forward, dropping those shoulder blades down. Oh, hello. Good, and then if you want a little bit more here, take those arms, sweep them over toward the right side of the room, and you're gonna feel that stretch move down your back. Good, staying focused on your breathing. And then go ahead, sweep those arms to the other side. Perfect, come on back to the center. We're gonna keep our back kind of in this funny hunched position and take your hands down to your thighs. From here, I want you to press your hands into your thighs. Give me a huge round in your back. And from here, we're gonna stretch out your spine. So go ahead, tuck your chin a little bit. So if you've done yoga before, this is kind of like a standing cat and cow. When you are ready to take a nice big inhale, I want you to reverse this. Drop your belly, lift your tailbone, and look up to the ceiling. Good, drop the shoulders. Here you're gonna feel your low back and hamstrings kicking in a little bit more. Perfect, and then when you're ready for a nice big exhale, go ahead, round your back, tuck your chin. We'll take that cat one more time. Perfect, and switch it one more time. Arch the back, lift the tailbone, look up, up, up. Perfect. Let's round through the spine again, just to roll ourselves back up to standing. And open up that chest. From here, we're gonna work our way down. So getting into those legs a little bit more. I like to take my hands to my hips for this one. If you're not comfortable there, go ahead, reach your arms out to the sides. Like you have the world's biggest hula hoop. I want you to sweep your hips over to the right. Now send them back, kind of shifting your weight into your heels. Good, now send it to the left and forward. Good, so huge hip circles. Right now the legs are straight, but we're not locking out those knees. So make sure we have a soft bend. Perfect. And just kind of circling around here. So you're gonna get into every bit of your hips right here. A little bit down your legs as well. And then go ahead, reverse that. So sweep to the left, back, and right. I'm gonna ask again, are you breathing on purpose? Try to. The more oxygen we can get to those muscles, the better we can stretch. Muscles respond best to oxygen. Perfect. Now I want you to try this again, but now bend your knees. Keep moving through them. Just notice kind of how that feels different around your hips. Let's try a couple circles one way and a couple circles the other way. Perfect. Very nice. From here, some more static stretches. So go ahead, shake that off. I want you to bring your feet in, narrow position to start. Now right leg, crisscross it behind that left leg. Again, hold on to something if you need to. Today is not about balance. Square off the hips, open up the chest. I want you to keep pressing that right hip forward for me. Now take your right arm, big exhale, scoop it up and over toward the opposite side of the room and feel that stretch all the way down your side. Perfect. You can go ahead and look down at that bottom hand if that's comfortable. And again, we're just pressing that right hip forward. So again, just kind of in our natural everyday movements, we don't stretch out the sides of our body very often. Just sitting at our desk, even just walking, or if you're a runner, we do a lot in this kind of front and back plane. I want to always add in a little bit of that side to side action too to keep us balanced. Good, go ahead, release that when you're ready, and we'll just switch sides. So your left leg crosses behind the right. Square off those hips for me, take a deep breath, pull the shoulders back, and then on a big exhale, go ahead, scoop it up and over. You can look down at that hand and keep pressing the left hip forward here. Good, are you breathing? Deep breath in. Long breath out, breathe into that side again, especially kind of moving down into your IT band and that hip. It's gonna be a little uncomfortable. Breathe into it. If you're feeling any pain though, just back off a little bit. Good, deep breath in. And carefully breathe out, let it go. One of our tightest muscle groups from sitting and from overworking are hip flexors. We're gonna move down and focus there for a moment. I want you to take a big step back with your right leg. So again, check behind you, make sure you're not gonna kick anything. Bigger step back than you think. We wanna keep that back heel popped straight up. And then we're gonna drop down into those hips. And if right away you're just like, ooh, I'm feeling a lot right now, I encourage you to move through it, not bounce through it, but take a little lift and a little lower, just kind of easing into that stretch. Perfect. Weight is kind of placed evenly between the front heel and the ball of the back foot. Good. And then when you're ready, drop into that stretch, tuck your pelvis forward, and open up the front of that right hip. Good. If you're having trouble balancing here, that back foot, you can take it out a little bit wider. Perfect. Adding on a touch here, take your right arm, reach it up high, but drop the shoulder down. Very nice. You can also engage those glutes here to open up that hip a little bit more. Perfect. One more addition if you want it. You can also work in the shoulder here. Take that right arm across your chest, little press on that forearm with the left hand. Now you're stretching your hips and your shoulders, two of the tightest muscle groups while we're sitting. So if you need something very efficient, just a quick little stretch during your workday, this is always a good place to go. Very nice. Carefully release that. And let's switch that out. So left leg this time, big step back. That heel is straight up, chest is lifted, shoulders are right on top of your hips. And let's just take that little bend and lift. Again, we never want to bounce through our stretches. Can turn our muscle receptors on and off and on and off, makes us more likely to get injured, which who wants that, right? We don't have time. So again, think of melting, lifting, and then melting, dropping when you're ready. Again, you can tuck those hips forward, engage that glute. Take that left arm, extend it straight up, but keep the shoulder down. Great job, guys. Just keep breathing in. I know it can be really hard to just be still sometimes, so try to breathe through it, stay focused. If you want that shoulder stretch, left arm comes across the chest and then a little press on that forearm. Good. Nice job, friends. Go ahead, release that. Shake, shake, shake. Take a deep breath in with me. Now exhale. I want you to reach for your toes. You don't have to touch your toes. You don't even have to be close to them. But when you get to your lowest point, I just want you to relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. Keep as much of a bend in your knees here as you want. So good for our low back and hamstrings. Good, now bend your knees around your back. Slowly roll it up. Standing up nice and tall. Give yourself a high five. Interlace your fingers. And last thing we'll do today is just shake out those wrists a little bit. Good, so a little figure eight here. You can circle it back towards yourself. Very nice. Give me one more nice deep inhale. Long exhale, let it go. Nice job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our stretching section.